Hello everybody, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution Claire's Sanctuary.
Better? I don't think so. This island is as good as it gets. It's the perfect refuge for these dinosaurs. You've made something that, like these amazing animals, will stand the test of time. History is alive, and we have you to thank. Well done.
Yeah, so as you could tell by that, and by the fact that things are going to be looking quite different, we've currently cut to the end. Simply put, I was recording for about an hour and a half, and then when I finished, I realised that it hadn't been recording a single goddamn bit of it. So the last hour and a half has just been a complete waste of time. In terms of missions, all we had to do was just get our profit per minute up. I had to add in a few extra dinosaurs. I had to add in a bunch more Brachiosaurus. We got another Baryonyx, another Albertosaurus, and stuff like that. But, you know, other than that, everything was okay. I turned out I did give the Kentrosaurus some wrong food, so I had to take something out. They just have moss now. And we have a Polacanthus. We have a few Polacanthus. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to get these raptors transported. And then, once that's done, we're going to do a tour of the park. So much has just been lost. I got a few trophies. Right, we got a trophy for releasing some Velociraptors. We got a trophy for 5-starring the park, and a trophy. I got another trophy as well after 5-starring the park. I don't know what that did. We'll do a go over of all the dinosaurs we got. We unlocked the drivable Jurassic tour. I photographed a T-Rex eating the Gallimimus, so we got a trophy for that. But, oh my god, an hour and a half is how much I just lost. And, you know, if I wanted to do this properly, I would have to now be recording Claire's Sanctuary all the way from the beginning again. Because I already saved over the game before checking, which was my fault. But still. So annoying. The last hour and a half was a complete waste of time. So we got the Velociraptors over there. We bred raptors. And then we'll do a tour. As you can see, hopefully a storm doesn't hit while we're doing this. The park is a bit bigger now. So we've still got quite a lot of island left, but yeah, the park is quite a bit bigger now. So we'll just do a quick overview. So in order to get the rating up, we expanded the enclosures a little bit. We just got one extra Euoplocephalus in here. That's not it. It's this one. So this is the wetland, I believe. Jungle. It's the jungle one. Yeah, because this is Claire's Sanctuary. All the colours are wrong. I mean, it's got some specks of orange in it, but you know, it looks fine enough. One of our Ankylosaurus died. Surprisingly, the one I added in later, not the one that was on the island. So we've had to replace it. So this is the jungle Ankylosaurus. Looks pretty nice as well. We added a few more dinosaurs in here. So right at the beginning, we released the Polacanthus because it was pretty much ready when I finished the last video. So this is our default Polacanthus. They're pretty cute overall. This is the rainforest Polacanthus, but the camera is now going a bit berserk. And we have our woodland Polacanthus. I still got my thumbnail. You're still the thumbnail, don't worry, buddy. Then we filled up this enclosure, so it's now got all the Brachiosaurus in it. So I think this is another basic. Yeah, we already have 3 of them. Can't really see it. This is the step one. It's mostly brown. Gonna come out of the trees so we can see you proper. Yeah, there you go. So this is the step Brachiosaurus. It's pretty brown. And then somewhere in the trees is another basic Brachiosaurus in there. We now have 2 Baryonyx. That's the one we rescued. I don't know why it's number 4. And there's this one. It's the exact same one. I didn't give it an additional colour. We have another Carnotaurus. This is the Arid Carnotaurus. It's kind of a banana sort of colour. A slightly rotted banana. We have another Albertosaurus. So this one has the rainforest pattern, which is again not blue. It's like a brownish, brown and green sort of colour. T-Rex enclosure is exactly the same, nothing new in there. And also with the baryonyx now we have Velociraptors. Let's go to the first one. This is not... Give me the right camera here. So yeah, the raptors, they have cool models, they have great sounds, but the skins aren't particularly interesting. I don't know why the Jurassic World raptors, you know, Blue, Charlie, Delta, and Echo aren't the defaults. They're paid DLC for some reason. They came out more than a year after the game did. But we have raptors. Doing so gave us the trophy Clever Girl. It's the Alpine Raptor. Probably my favourite of the bunch. There's an arid raptor in there somewhere. And there's a few vivid raptors. So that's the vivid raptor. If it stays still, it's going to go in the trees and we're going to lose it again. Yep. And over here I made another massive enclosure. It's truly gargantuan. 5 more Brachiosaurus. This includes the ones I hadn't made at the time yet. So that's, you know, our Tundra Brachiosaurus. And we have this is wetland. Yeah, the wetland Brachiosaurus. They're both pretty nice. And we have 2 more Carnosaurus as well. This one is the Steppe Carnosaurus. Again, kind of brown and green. And then the Tundra, which is also kind of brown and green, but with a more greyish tone. And they're both sleeping, which is all the T-Rex wanted to do in the entire video. All it was doing was just sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. We also maxed out our Triceratops. Well, not quite. We could fit one more in, but... so for the other Triceratops skins, you know how this is the Alpine Triceratops. This is the coastal Triceratops. I quite like that one actually. Oh, we got a disease. This is the arid. And the woodland. Oh, that's the one from Nublar. Who's diseased? It's a Struthiomimus with a common cold. I didn't even think it was possible to get the common cold anymore. While they're in there. Well, unless the Triceratops destroys the vehicles. And there's 5 of them, so it's very likely to happen. So now a bunch of... There should be a bunch of Velociraptors in here now as well. There will be fine. I'll just add another feeder. So they're not... The raptors will keep running away from the bigger carnivores, so you've got to make sure there's multiple feeders. There should be enough water in there. I might need to add a bit more water in here. Just to keep the raptors okay. You're Alpine. You're Vivid. You're going in the trees again. You're also Vivid, actually. This arid Velociraptor does not want to be seen. There we go. That's the arid Velociraptor. There you go. Now that's a banana. That's a rotting banana. Rangers, can we hurry up with medicating these dinosaurs? Now the Tyrannosaurus is diseased. Both of them are diseased. Yeah, we got a photo of a T-Rex eating a Gallimimus, so that gave us a trophy. Look how it eats. I'm not sure. I also got a trophy called Now You're John Hammond, and I don't know what that trophy was. I got one for 5-starring Sanctuary. I think one might have been for... No, because they're the same thing. I might have gotten one for like completing all the missions on Sanctuary, but I don't know what the other trophy would have done. And by getting 5 stars, we also unlocked the drivable Jurassic Tour. So if we take control of this thing. Some Albertosaurus there for you, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting, I know. So yeah, I don't know what happened, but because I saved over the game. Well, it hasn't auto-saved anyway, but because I saved over the game, it meant that I would have had to have done Claire's Sanctuary all the way from the beginning again. So just to go over it real quick, Claire's Sanctuary is pretty good. It's definitely more challenging than what you're doing from the main game and even the other DLC campaigns. It's just way too bloated. You know, you gotta spend ages medicating every single dinosaur in Nublar, only to then be told that it was a waste of time, and that you can only rescue 8 dinosaurs. So what was the point of doing any of that? Yeah, it was a waste of time. This is all very true. Did get a great view of attacking the goat while I was trying to leave, but again, didn't have that anymore. Weirdly, this thing can drive in the water when I'm in control of it, but you can't build the path over the water. Why is that? Yeah, there is a Spinosaurus skull outside your restaurant as well. Doesn't look like the skull of the Spinosaurus in the game, but whatever. Didn't really have to make much in the way of new buildings. We upgraded this power station, but that is it. I think in terms of new buildings, I don't think I added anything. Well, I had to add these to the new enclosure, but that is it in terms of that. But yeah, Claire's Sanctuary, even once it's still padded out even once you've collected even once you get to the Sanctuary, because you still have, in order to get your dinosaurs the ratings required, you've got to get 100% DNA for Euoplocephalus and Tyrannosaurus, which are only found in one dig site, so they take forever. Everything about Claire's Sanctuary takes forever. If you want challenge, it gives you that. It's definitely the hardest part of the game, but it's very bloated. Is the only downside. You know, so that's my biggest issue with Claire's Sanctuary. I'm sorry I couldn't record this normally, but I'm not playing through all of this again. You know, it's my fault for saving over, but otherwise, you know, feeder needs resupplying. What feeder needs resupplying? No, really, what feeder needs resupplying? I don't see anything. There's nothing in there. Why is there... Oh. That makes sense. I don't know why I'm bothering with this. I'm going to stop in a minute. But if we go to our 5 stars, see, we ended up with the base rating just high enough with those Velociraptors. And yeah, Senior Awareness 44, Paleobotany 388. So it was all good. It's just a shame I just wasted an hour and a half of my life. I mean, in the end, we're not missing a huge amount. It was just me releasing dinosaur after dinosaur. But, you know, it still would have been nice if I had the video. I probably would have had to have cut it in 2. But, you know, the progress was awesome. But at the very least, it still means that I could do this just to showcase what happened. I can't remember how far I got by the time I got the 500,000 profit per minute. I think I had the additional carnivores. I was sort of just making a load of Brachiosaurus, and then in order to get everything else, that's when this enclosure didn't exist at that time. I think I was still down 1 Carnosaurus because I didn't quite have the DNA for it. The Velociraptor was the last thing we had. The Baryonyx broke out during a tornado attack, even though they're supposed to be the calm ones. The Abratosaurus nearly broke out, but they didn't quite. The T-Rex just slept throughout the whole thing. And yeah, a couple of diseases, but nothing too bad. Yeah, there's a tornado. So, stuff with the tornado is going to have to wait until we get into the main campaign. Because I don't think you can get tornadoes in Return to Jurassic Park, which is what will be the next thing that we do. And hopefully there won't be any issues this time. Nah, always something goes wrong when I do a Let's Play. I don't think I've done a single one that's gone flawlessly. But next up we'll be going into Return to Jurassic Park. So I will see you guys next time.